Welcome to Desk Geek. Are you ready for some audio bliss? Because that's what I'm bringing here today. The Audio-Technica AD900X AIRs are here, and I have spent several weeks with these beauties, and I'm ready to tell you all about these awesome headphones here. So typically I have been using the Audio-Technica M40Xs. Of course, I have the Focal Spheres. I have the Sennheisers I've done a review on, and all of them have their own sound stages and profiles that make them beautiful. But these stand on their own. They have their own beauty to them that just makes them absolutely magnificent, and we'll get into my review of them here shortly. But right now what I want to tell you about is at least the specs from the manufacturer. So these are open air headphones, 53 millimeter drivers in here. You're looking at 38 ohms, so not really suitable to use without some type of amplifier or amp or high-end sound card if you're going to use them on your computer. Although I will tell you the sound still does work if you're going to play them from your phone, MP3 player, etc. You're just not going to get the full potential out of them. So on top of that, you have a detachable adapter that comes with this, so you can do the 3.5 or 4th inch adapter on this. Although one of the downsides to these is this cable is not detachable. I have seen videos where individuals are soldering new cables on here, but if you're not into soldering or messing with this type of headphone, then that may be out. And I'll tell you that the range on the hertz here is from 5 to 35,000 hertz. So a little bit of overkill considering human hearing is generally 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, kilohertz. So you're really just going to be feeling some of those extra hertz in there in those ranges. You're not really going to hear that. It's a little bit of overkill, but overkill is better than underkill, so we'll take it. Now the manufacturer talks about the 3D wing supported housing here, so you don't have any adjustments. These come down on your head, and it's a little uncomfortable at first because you're wondering where the adjustment is and you're thinking they're going to fall off, but that's quickly dissipated because actually this 3D wing design here is quite magnificent and works really well. Although it is all plastic, it does have some nice cushions underneath, and it fit my head perfectly and doesn't feel like they're going to slide off at all. And once you get past the fact that they don't have that adjustable, which you're used to in most headphones, you realize, oh, they're there to stay and I don't need to do anything with it, and that's pretty cool. Another thing they talk about is the voice coils, CCAW voice coils, talking about, you know, superior sound reproduction that comes from those. And I will tell you, these are very, very comfortable. You can see that padding there is very nice and cushiony. It surrounds the ear beautifully, and they feel very, very light on your head, so you don't feel like you're wearing a headphone. In fact, I've worn these in bed. I've worn these running around chasing kids. They're very, very comfortable headphones all around. Probably one of the most comfortable headphones as well. And that airiness that it feels like it's floating on your head is only surpassed by the airiness of the sound. Build quality, you've got aluminum here, nice aluminum casing. Nothing too fancy, but certainly looks beautiful. Again, you've got a lot of plastic here. There's aluminum with a, you know, rubbery, plasticky cover here going all around the frame. And the cord is pretty hefty. It's about on par with the M40X, which does have a replaceable cable and this one isn't. So if you do break this cable, you're going to be stuck trying to solder or something along those lines. So let's talk about what you're really here for, and that's the sound. So these are going to present to you an open sound stage, and it's going to be completely full of life. It's absolutely magnificent the second you start listening to them. It does get better with time, or maybe it's a placebo effect, but after the burn-in period I felt like these had opened up even more. If you're listening to a singer, you can feel every word, you can hear them take a breath, you can hear the pauses, the lip smacking. You really feel like you're there and the singer singing to you, and that's because the treble and mids on these are beyond all expectations. They are so brilliant. I honestly can't think of another headphone that I've tried that even compares to the treble and mids here. The closest would be the Focal Sphere in-ear headphones. And the Focal Sphere is all around. If I was to only have one pair of headphones, even though they're in-ear, and I'm not comparing the two, I'm just saying from the sound presence and the overall sound that you get, Focal Sphere is definitely the best. But these are the closest that I've come to that. If you want an over-the-ear headphone, this is the best that I've tried. I've not tried the $500-600 versions. Again, I'm a mid-range trying to get into geeking out on audiophile, but I'm certainly not an expert. But you guys have helped change that and made me an expert more and more with your comments, which I appreciate so much. Now, the bass in this is relaxed. It's very strong, but it's precise. You're not going to get the feeling you're sitting in some Honda Accord with two 12-inch subs banging in your ears, but the bass is still very tight. You feel very appeased. You're not, feeling like it's missing something, but it's not going to be that vibrating bass that you would get, say, from a pair of Beats headphones or something. And I would say it's not even as strong as the Focal Spheres. That's where I think the Focal Spheres are, and of course they're in ears, a little bit of advantage, but they have that little bit more of that vibration in the bass that you're not going to get out of these. This is more of a precise bass, so if you're in a dubstep or rap, that's your main music, then these may not be the best fit for you. But vocals and instrumental are where these really, really shine. And like I said, you're going to hear things in your music that you've never even noticed before. If I was going to give you a couple of bands to start out with, anything Adele, of course, because her vocals are amazing, and these just really shine with that. If you're not into that type of music, then Disturbed Sound of Silence is just banging on these headphones. It just absolutely takes you there and gives you a whole new world experience with it. So overall, I give these a solid 4.3 out of 5, which is very, very high. Right now, my 5 out of 5 would be the Focal Spheres, but these are very, very close. They are certainly better than, I feel, than the M40Xs, and they are definitely better than my Sennheisers, which you can look at for the reviews on all of those I have, and I feel those were two very, very strong, fantastic headphones, just because the mids, where most of your music happens, is so beautifully perfect and put together here. So you're going to be walking around the house feeling like you don't have headphones on. You're going to have that airiness coming in from that open ear dynamic. They look really cool. I think they have a really solid design here. Very comfortable. The music, the drivers, the quality of the build, everything is very solid in these. I am super happy with them. I can't wait to even get higher end headphones and see something better than this, because right now this is kind of the creme of the creme for me outside of this Focal Sphere. So leave your comments below. Let me know what you think if you tried these headphones, if you love them, if you hate them, if you think I should try something else. Let me know down below, because you guys have all of that geeky insight into the audiophile world. So I look forward to talking to you guys next time.
Don't get subscribed. Does that like the video?